Chapter 79 of The Hounds of Harjen is one I began writing during the editing process. It belongs to Princess Temelin, and it was added in to extrapolate upon parts of the legal and political structure of the Mongol state. There was a momentum to Temelin's storyline there that was just never fully accounted for. It became one of the longest chapters in the book, and it made reference to another aspect of the storyline that was just never fully accounted for, namely empress-concubine Viola Spade's political power. On paper, she should have none. In reality, she should have only a modicum, just enough to make her voice heard. And yet, as it stands, she poses a tremendous threat to Prince Karamoja, in effect standing between him and the throne. How is this possible? Princess Temelin alludes to this, but it's never fully explained. By that point, the novel was already far too long without going into a massive divergence, and I hate exposition. However, by that point I'd also just published The Conquest of Conquor Kane, which is available in audio format here on this YouTube channel, along with its bloopers, and which I'd highly encourage you to check out. This provided the perfect opportunity for me to expound upon the political structure in the capital of IKH KHULAN. And therefore, it is with great pleasure that I present One Night in IKH KHULAN, a story of the Mongolian Book of the Sky. This is the second standalone novella set within the expanded universe of the Hounds of Harjen, and it follows a small-town governor, Dzöndzüükii of Khobar, New South Wales, on a brief trip to the imperial capital of IKH KHULAN. He's moving up in the world, being considered for the position of oversight chair, and being thrust into the world of imperial politics. There are tigers in IKH KHULAN, and if he's not careful, he could be eaten alive. Originally, for the second novella in this universe, I'd planned to write the origin story of Penelope Humberton, a town local in Leinster, Western Australia. She has a backstory referenced, much like that of Josephine, in The Hounds of Harjen, and I wanted to have her background expounded upon and available before the main release of the novel. However, the political machinations of the empress-concubine were just too juicy to put on hold, and I plowed through writing that, almost 40,000 words. Penelope, for as good as her storyline is, just had to wait. I had this hastily written last fall, and sold as a special release at Bookapalooza, a writing festival I participated in November. Now, just recently, like The Conquest of Conquor Kane, I've had it recorded by my good friend Andrew Bunton, and I'm pleased to say it's available entirely for free, both on my website and here on this YouTube channel. This novella is designed to be a complete standalone, and can be listened to before, after, or wholly separate from both The Conquest of Conquor Kane and The Hounds of Harjen. When I was in Ottawa for the recording of this novella, Andrew and I went out to IKEA, where we shopped for shelving and bedding, and he had an allergic reaction to IKEA beer in their cafeteria. One of the things that he picked up was a reprint of a Gustav Klimt painting, featuring a nude woman lying on her side, the edge of the painting just cutting off her nipple. When we realized that the framing cut this off, he at first said we should return it to get one with the nipple, but then he changed his mind, deciding it would be too greasy having nipples on his wall, and that it might scare women away. My reasoning is, any woman I have over that's offended by that is probably not going to like my writing, and this could act as a sort of early warning system. There's no better example of that than One Night in IKH KHULAN. Be forewarned, this novella comes with a huge parental advisory. In a little under 40,000 words, this story contains 4 sex scenes, including a 1,600-word orgy scene with enough coke to kill an elephant. On a side note, picture 2 straight, single, 30-year-old men sitting down together in a single-bedroom apartment at 1 in the morning on Valentine's Day to record that scene. I hope you guys appreciate the work that's been put into this. Despite the tribulations, though, sitting down and reading through this story, fresh for the first time since I wrote it over 4 months ago, it reminded me of how much I'm in love with my own writing. It's a crapshoot, really. Sometimes you reread something and it's pure trash, and a story containing concubines, hookers, and a casino called the Platinum Dragon would certainly fit that bill. But every so often, you rekindle that spark you had while writing it, and it was certainly the case here. The end product here is over 4 hours of material. The Conquest of Conquor Kane was about 1 hour 45, with an additional 15 minutes of bloopers. Here, I have 5 different blooper reels, which I've had to organize into different categories: Mongolian names and animal interference, prostitution, concubinage, and women's rights, the Tower of the Horse, all the mammies, and Get the Hannibal Mask. I hope you guys enjoy. Please share this with your friends, and check out www.harjenshounds.com for more information. Penelope's story, The Pirate's Lass, is being written now, and you can expect it out soon.